It was the kind of place you walk past every day and never really see. An alley tucked away behind rusted fences, where shadows clung like old secrets in the silence. Well, the silence told stories nobody ever wanted to hear. And that's where they found him. A dog. So thin you could count his ribs, trembling from cold and fear. His fur was a tangled mess of dirt and yesterday's rain. But his eyes, that's what you noticed. Those eyes weren't broken. They burned with a desperate light, a flicker of hope that refused to be extinguished. He was waiting. He had been left there. Just left. No collar, no name, no note. Just a fragile body, bones wrapped in thin fur, curled up against the cold, unforgiving concrete. He was listening to footsteps that never came back. For days, he waited. Every sound was a new possibility, a new torture. A car engine rumbling to life, a distant voice, the sharp slam of a door. Each noise made him lift his head, his ears twitching, searching the empty space for a familiar face. He was hoping. And after a while, that hope started to feel like a punishment. And then something changed. A hand, outstretched, trembling just a little, as if the person it belonged to understood that this was a fragile moment, a breath that could shatter everything. The dog didn't move. He just stared, his chest rising and falling in sharp, shallow breaths. It felt like the whole world, even the grimy alley, was holding its breath. Slowly, hesitantly, he crawled forward. Every inch was a monumental act of faith, a gamble against every fear that screamed at him to retreat. And when his cold, wet nose finally brushed against the warmth of that human hand, the suffocating silence of the alley finally broke. The world started moving again. What happened next wasn't a fairy tale. It wasn't simple. Healing never is. It takes time. It takes patience. Trust isn't something you're just given. It has to be rebuilt, piece by painstaking piece. There were nights he'd cower in a corner, startled by a sudden sound, his body remembering the terror of the alley. There were mornings he'd flinch from a gentle touch, his mind still braced for a blow that never came. But there was also food. A full belly for the first time in what felt like forever. There was warmth, a soft bed to curl up in, and there was the steady, gentle rhythm of a voice, speaking his new name over and over until the syllables became a melody of safety, a promise. And then came the day. The day he ran. Not away, but toward. His ears were pinned back not in fear, but in pure joy. His eyes were bright, lit from within, as he raced across a wide, open field. He was flying. He was experiencing a kind of freedom that only someone who has been caged can truly understand. The long, dark shadows of the alley were gone, replaced by the warm sun on his back. The crushing weight of abandonment was lifted, replaced by something far stronger than fear. It was loyalty. It was love. It was a bond, forged in patience and kindness, that could never again be broken. This isn't just the story of one rescued dog. It's a testament. It's proof of what can happen when someone dares to stop, to look closer, to listen to the silence, and to choose not to look away. Because sometimes the smallest act of reaching out, of offering a hand to the lost and the forgotten, becomes the greatest act of saving. Thank you so much for watching and for opening your hearts to this story. If it moved you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more stories of hope and rescue. Your support helps us share these important journeys. We'll see you in the next one.